just to confirm that Arsenal remain in talks with Shakhtar Donetsk over Mykhailo Mudryk, a player that they have been interested in for some time. The 21-year-old Ukrainian international is considered to be one of the bright futures of European football, a very highly regarded player. He's young, he's got time to develop and progress, but as things stand, there is still a gap between what Shakhtar Donetsk would like and what Arsenal are willing to pay, and that's where these negotiations are centred at the moment. The structure of the deal and how much money that they will get up front. So there are talks that will continue for the moment. Some reports have suggested that Shakhtar have rejected Arsenal's opening bid of £55 million. The good thing about this, as far as Arsenal are concerned and Arsenal fans, is that there's a cautious optimism that a deal can be struck between the two football clubs, particularly because they're aware that the player wants to go to Arsenal. And now he revealed on his social media on Instagram on Boxing Day that he was watching Arsenal versus West Ham, and he put it on his Instagram. So he's basically saying, I'm watching Arsenal, I'm looking at my potential new future teammates, potentially a little clue there as to what he wants to do and what he thinks will potentially happen. We know that Arsenal want to strengthen in this area, and it's important to point out that Mudryk wouldn't be the replacement to Jesus, who we know is injured at the moment. This is an area that they were looking to strengthen over the course of the summer, the last transfer window. They wanted to add those kind of wingers, attacking inside forwards, whatever you want to label them as, within Mikel Arteta's squad, and he was a player that they have been monitoring for some time. So yeah, no deal yet, but talks ongoing. He scored 10 goals so far this season. 3 of those in the Champions League group stages as well. So he knows where the back of the net is. He's an exciting prospect. And one thing I would like to mention with regards to Mykhailo Mudryk is Roberto De Zerbi, the Brighton manager, who of course was the former Shakhtar manager, spoke about him whilst he was at Shakhtar. And this is really interesting because this is what he said. He said, one of the key things I want to do is develop young players, and I want to educate young players. Mykhailo Mudryk is one of the best young footballers. If I don't bring him to a high level, I will consider it a personal defeat. And of course, Roberto De Zerbi, working wonders with Brighton at the moment, understands the player more so than anyone else in the Premier League. And he saw his potential back then, hence why Arsenal are interested in him.